Hello, hello, hello. Or should I say, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. Is once again time for Baldur's Gate 3. And we will be doing some rather hmm? Oh. Alright. Do we have... There we go. Noticed that for whatever reason, the avatar was getting a little bit confused about about which mic it should listen to, so that's hopefully now fixed and moving in proper order. But the last time, we ended up on the note of taking down Kethric, and he turned into an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy, and more than a little bit of a nasty god by all rights. Part of the Dead Three, Bane and Ball being the other two, who's chosen. We've seen but not yet confronted, and we beat the Avatar as well, with Dame Aelin having joined us in the fight and freeing her stripped Kethric Thorm of his immortality once again. And now, Jaheira has volunteered to join our camp, and we accepted because, well, having the High Harper of Baldur's Gate seems like an excellent addition to the party as a whole. So what we need to do now is we're basically tying up some loose ends. Is what we're doing. Those loose ends include, there is a secret cache, which I believe we should be here at the castle, which we never actually looted.
Thou dawdlest, while time is precious. Let us speak.
But as Withers here once again reminds us, the first thing that we apparently need to do is talk to him.
A curse lifted. The Dead Three allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls?
I would imagine that they do. Like, they were once people. Like, as far as I understand it, all Illithids are made from being humanoids that are infected with the tadpoles and as transformed into mind flayers, with, like, the tadpole essentially taking over. So I guess it's not technically the same person as the person who got transformed anymore. It's more just that the tadpole... it's just that the tadpole decided to transmogrify the flesh to suit its own purposes, I guess. Or its own design. I mean, they are... I don't think they are soulless. So... I'm not sure. Don't all living things?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an Illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
I don't think accosting him of an attempt of going after more information will help us at all. Like, I think if he was willing or capable of indulging us more, he probably would have. But you seem to know a lot about the Dead Three.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
I mean, like, on the one hand, yes, like the Alliance is again reformed for like a specific goal. Yes, I agree. It's not a great thing when evil comes together to scheme and plot. But on the flip side, like, the good gods are kind of like they generally just have a lot of alliances. Like, the Triad, for example, is like a staple alliance of like many hundreds of years of three good gods working in concert. I don't know. It seems a little bit to me that they're overstating. Well, or Withers is overstating it, but maybe I'm also just maybe I'm underestimating it. Could definitely be a case of me underestimating things. But yeah, as I said, I don't think. Well, let's try, shall we? Speak plainly. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
Called it. Right. Withers is here. Right. Mattis is over there. Okay, so the first thing that we do is... Yep, there was a crack wall over here, which I think we are gonna go and have a crack at in destroying.
Breathe deep and move.
Right.
Come on, let's go.
Carla, yes, you still have the Doom Hammer. Oop, nope.
Come on,
Please.
Karlak. Show them who you are.
There we go. Oh, nope. That was the one. That was the booster phase.
Never a dull moment.
Alright, what's in the wooden chest? Nothing particularly noteworthy. I mean, money is all good and fine, but
Best be on my way.
now why is there a suspicious sound thing? Oh right, I feel that the suspicious sound is probably just like the fireplace or the chimney that right, where we had the mucus from the Mind Flayer colony. Yeah, I think, right? I mean, yeah, it's... Is this going to... Like,
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above.
yeah, hitting the mucus doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think we are going to be... we have a bunch of looting to be done. Yep, let's pick up a hyena here. This can get sent to camp. Fight. Fuck. Barbed arrow. Right. I think... What? Oh, she has the parasite specimen. That's gonna be sent to camp because we're not using it. Lightning arrow over to there. Camp. 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 Why is... It's just a regular stuff. Camp. Camp. I'll pick up the Moonrise Guard's key. Not doubt that we'll be needing it. Right.
I just showed the way.
Good. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
So one of the things that we need to keep in mind is that with Jaheira having joined us, we will probably need to equip her. Because like at least Halsin like did not have any good gear on him. So we'll need to.
Darkness on the Iron Hands for dragging him into this.
There's at least some more immediately attractive stuff over there. No doubt from the wares of the bugbear merchant.
Thanks,
Alright, what do you have? You have 3 soul coins. Okay. That's sent to camp, sent to camp, camp. Ulfur's note. To whom it may concern, Frug got his head stuck in a butter barrel, and when his little imp thing tried to help him, they both fell off a ledge into a volcano. I laughed so hard, Zariel sent me out of the room. Other than that, you haven't missed much, though I've sure as hell missed you. XO. Low.
Fair enough.
That reeks of the hells. Huh. Okay.
You need to eat before we
Sentinel shield. So this was one of the things that he had, right? Gain 3 bonus to initiative, advantage on perception, and shield bash, which is good, but like the one that Shadowheart has is just better. We have the enraging heart. Well, raging the wearer generates 2 turns of wrath, which is, I mean, I think the adamantine that Carla is wearing is just better suited for her because being immune to criticals is critical. And then a breastplate plus 2 is gonna get sent to camp. The breastplate might be something that Jaheira is gonna be getting. Argument solver gets sent to camp. Sent to camp. Ladle and a bunch of foodstuffs which we don't need. Alright, Disciples Rel. Hand axe sent to camp. Other leather armor sent to camp. Parasite sent to camp. Shatter. I'm honestly Absolute's protector. Right. So this is where she got the fire shield from. Okay. We're gonna send that to camp and we're gonna sell it because, well, none of us have the brand of the Absolute and none of us want to have the brand of the Absolute. Right, actually. So that is Harper. Right, so we've... there's only really this pile of bodies over here. Still to go. And there is also a bunch of there's a bunch of dialogue that we're probably going to be going through right at the beginning, because we do definitely want to talk to, for example, this lovely lady who's standing right next to us, Isabel.
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
It is nice to see a happy
There
ending.
you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Yeah, we definitely need to have a talk, but yeah, I honestly didn't connect the dots that, like, before like meeting Ketheric Thorm, like, in his tower. I didn't connect the dots that Isabel was actually his daughter, and that is exactly why the cult of the Absolute wanted her to be brought in alive at all costs. I assumed that it was more of a, yeah, we need, like, sacrifice, like, we need a live sacrifice of, like, a cleric of Saloon for some sort of ritual purpose. But no, it was because Ketheric Thorm was Isabel's father. And her death, which I don't know what it was caused by. Like, it's not, I don't think it's been confirmed. Sickness, I think, if I remember correctly, seems to be have been implied. Did I hear you correctly before? Are you Ketheric Thorm's daughter?
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
Fine. I'll see you at camp.
Very good. We look forward to it. Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words. Aelin! We'll see you later.
Right. Didn't expect, I did not expect, how would you call it? An actual, like, dialogue cutscene there, but, Quartermaster Tally.
It's a grim task, picking provisions from the dead. But the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
Well... Yeah, well, we'll see what she has. Anything new here? No, I think this is all just stuff that we've seen before. None of it's particularly useful now, and I don't think she didn't really carry. See, he didn't really. Yeah, we're definitely buying that. Elixir Cloud Giants. Nope. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, nope. Nope. I think for now that's all we're going to be using our. Do you have any? Did she have any potions? Maybe they're down here. Yes, yes, she did. Okay. We're definitely splurging on those. We'll take a radiant resistance potion. Don't need animal speaking, poisonous form, basilisk oil. I think we've got enough basilisk oil for now, so we'll go with that trade. Always important to keep our stocks of health potions. Right, let's see. There is this pile of equipment here.
You are welcome.
Iron Bandit Shield +1. Yeah, it seems to be mostly mundane gear.
The stonework is sublime. It's almost a shame to leave this place.
Pick up all of them, and then... I wonder if Wilburn has anything...
I owe you an apology.
Yes. Though... It's Barkus you should apologize to. Your reunion in Last Light was... strained.
Barkus and I are another matter. I'm dealing with you right now. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light.
Apology accepted.
I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
Yeah, we're definitely... If you want my help, I'm going to need more to go on. There's no need to intimidate the man. Or the gnome, I guess, in this case. That's a 13. Easy success there.
The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it.
Big words.
We will save Baldur's Gate.
His intentions definitely seem to be correct. Like I can hardly endorse there's a potion of greater healing and a scroll of chromatic orb. Like I can certainly hardly endorse the let's talk to Barkus as well.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was preoccupied defeating Ketheric Thorm.
Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, Magungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin.
What about him?
Wulbrin and the Iron Hand gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
Right. And that would make sense in the sense that like he's talking about the city eating itself from the inside to like to stave off starvation. So I wouldn't be so like it wouldn't be unquestioned. Like I wouldn't question it if his solution would be, well, just blow up the things that are making it sick. How can you be sure?
Because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies with no sense of propriety. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like a geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose.
Right. The city has more important concerns than a bunch of gnomes with a grudge. Is it just because Wulbrin rejected you? I think that's a little unpolitic to point out. It seems we'll have our hands full in Baldur's Gate.
With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will.
I'd prefer actual righteousness to self-righteousness.
Am I a fool of a friend?
Okay, so he still thinks of Wulbrin as a friend. I wonder if Nimble and Nichols have anything interesting.
Moonrise has been cleansed. Baldur's Gate is next.
Yep, okay. That does definitely put me a little bit on edge regarding our
Just tell
the
me what
Iron
you
Bed
need.
nose. Let's trade. We need to get rid of all of this junk that we are currently carrying. So hyena ears are fine, but we get this out. Jade, amethyst, alchemist fire, silver knife, and we have all of these. I think we can get rid of all of the Sharon stuff. Saint book, where is it? Oblivion, forgetting, dark, one secret. Don't think we need the temple map anymore. The gauntlet of Shar gets to be sold. Dome of the Faith Leap trial, soft step trial. I think that was all of the books. I'll get rid of Sharon Registry, why not? Think with that. Can get rid of all of the mundane gear that we picked up. Don't think we need the chromatic orb either. So that was that. Not a lot of value overall in that, unfortunately, but
Lady, light away.
right, with that we should also
Marcus, he says.
that should also take our oh. No, I didn't want to. Close the door. Right. So they're busy. Right. Halsin is someone that we definitely want to talk to.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly. Now
Hello,
that
Pitpan.
Oliver has
Glad to have you. Which guy don't you like? Barkus or Wulbrin? Right. Thaniel rests well. He's healing. Excellent. That's good to hear. I'm glad I could help.
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
So, when will the curse actually be lifted? I would imagine that that's going to take some doing because of how long the place has been infested by it.
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
Okay. What happened to Oliver, exactly? Did Thaniel absorb him?
No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
What are they like? I can get why you wouldn't like Wulbren and the Ironband gnomes, but like, what's wrong with Barkus? Like, I mean, he's not cut out to be an adventurer, and he did figure it out. And he's not like a bad person or anything, I don't think. Right. What now? You've got what you wanted, after all.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
I'm glad to have you.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
Yes. I mean... yeah. Do you have actually anything of value to say, Miss Flaming Fist?
You'd make a fine fist.
Thanks. I use my fists quite regularly. Thaniel, anything from you?
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Oh, I certainly agree that that Barkus again, like, does come across as annoying. Certainly, I agree. But like, I can't really begrudge him that, considering it comes from what I think is like a place of genuine friendship and loyalty. The loyalty and friendship are probably misplaced, certainly, but alright, indeed. I'm glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
I mean, I'm glad that you're positive about that, Thaniel, and like, I'm sure that nature think that it's gonna arrive on time, but let's be clear here. I don't have time for like evolution to take its...
Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
Right. Art Culla, do you have anything of interest to say?
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Thaniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
I do appreciate that, and like the Flaming Fist of old would have actually been like probably an organization I might have interest in joining. Right. I think we just say, this is interesting. He's got, like, the first option, thank you, it would have been an honor to serve under Duke Elton, is definitely, an option that I am considering, because like it is like polite and just an honest response. Yeah, you do have that, certainly, but unfortunately, the deep gnomes are, I mean, they're generally considered good people, but they're also generally considered isolationist and sort of selfish people. So I think Wolburn is like and the Ironband gnomes are so far embodying that fairly well. Like they have a greater goal in mind, which they think is gonna be good, like for themselves and for the city of Baldur's Gate, and they put that above all other things. Right. The Flaming Fists are nothing but mercenaries now. Immoral ones and that. How did you make it here? What about the Flaming Fist you've met here? What do you think of them? I think we're just gonna go... It would have been an honor to serve under Duke Eltan.
Of course, I have no idea what life is like under Duke Ravengard's rule, but I've seen the respect he inspires in the Flaming Fist. And that tells me all I need about him as a leader. I hope you can save Duke Ravengard, for the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me. I could use a Flaming Fist by my side.
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Nathaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
And I wish you luck. Thank you for your help.
You too, my friend. Thank you. From Nathaniel and I.
Who knew? A Flaming Fist who I can actually kind of get along with and respect. Right. The Harpers probably don't have anything in particular to say. You're still just an unnamed Flaming Fist. I'll be honest, that unnamed Flaming Fist just, like, creeps me the wrong way. Like, maybe he... Like, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like the... Raphael in disguise. Ceres!
Back in last light, I was racking my brains. How the hells do we get past the curse? And then, a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old El Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job.
That's a lot of interesting options that we have. I freed Zevlor down in the colony. I wouldn't be so quick to write him off as dead. I'm just glad you're safe. You deserve some credit. They look up to you. I couldn't have done it without Jaheira and the Harpers. Nightsong's the real hero here. She was a light in the darkness. People get paid for doing jobs. Cough up the coin. Like, of all the people, I don't think she has any coin. Like you should have said that to the, like, probably now the person who inherits this entire region as the last line of Thorms, Isabel. You should have, like, we should have had an option to cost her for money, but no, here we are, just trying to oppress the refugees as an option. Fair enough. Well, you know me, and you know, lawful good paladin, we save everyone we can. Right. I do think that they deserve to know that Zevlor is out and about. I freed Zevlor down in the colony. I wouldn't be so quick to write him off as dead.
I would. We didn't have any fight left in him.
He went his own way. I don't think he could face me. Nor all of you.
Briefest hesitation as Ceres wars with old loyalties. and wins.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
I mean, this place, I would imagine that there's like stocks of food here.
Zevlor, with such high hopes for you, Hellrider.
Hello, world.
Hello, world. Really? I figured that it was gonna be something like that, but... Right. Althira, anything of interesting to say?
You're here. Good. That's good.
I just killed an immortal, and that's all you have to say? I was expecting a little more enthusiasm, but we'll go with the concern of, are you all right?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maul is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me.
I mean... like I'm humoring you by having this conversation? I'm sure they appreciate it.
Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them.
Oh, God.
But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
Okay. That's a nice little piece that she's. But all right, we need to talk to the children. Mattis.
Why, yes. Once Althira is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Okay. Umi.
Miss Althira wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I miss Maul.
No. This, the Moonrise Towers had I think a halfling woman and three gnolls in the kitchen. There was an ogre who was barred from the kitchen.
Us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
No, I'm not gonna tell her that. That's just gonna make her feel not great.
Why are we still here?
Right.
Grown-ups take forever.
I wonder, was that all of the... I think that was pretty much all... Well, I mean, if Zevlor isn't here, like, I was hoping to catch him and talk to the guy. Because, like, there's still some... Like, there's still good that he can actually achieve. We're picking that up. Taking all of that coin. Haha, Gloric. You could have been a useful... Well... Maybe calling it Zrel's personal reminder, and then we'll pick that up and all that. Right, what is... There's a scroll of Speak with the Dead, which is always a useful thing to have. There's a silver plate that we're gonna... And then we're gonna pick up the Glory of the Absolute, because we're gonna sell that. Right, with that... Shadowheart.
I'm ready.
A
log.
Actually, hold on.
I've got a long...
I have a feeling that I have a feeling that I had the key here. So what is this place? Rosewood desk, a vase, door. weird that it's still entirely black. This one goes to Balthazar's personal room. Right, and then a heart. You have a heart in your inventory. Okay, spellcaster.
That might be worth a look.
Okay. I have a feeling that I remember that there were there's a lever here as well. Traveler's chest, personal notes, traveler's chest. Okay. Let's say traveler's chest number 1. Potion ingredients, traveler's chest number 2. More ingredients. All of it in the greater good. Balthazar personal notes number 3. Requests from the next caravan. Any works by Mordenkainen must catch up on current events. No Volo. Better a century of ignorance. In Vellum. Holds ink like no other. Could harvest from an acolyte. New copy of Swift and Sudden Death for library. Current volume badly scorched. Oh, I'll take that to sell. There is a lever here. I wonder what's going to happen when we pull it. It opens a metal door, apparently. Into... there's some holy fire on the ground still. Alright, there's a charred prayer book. My dark goddess, when I lost my daughter, I learned my purpose. My dark goddess, when I learned my purpose, I gathered the flock. My dark goddess, when the flock was full, I punished the wicked. My dark goddess, when the wicked struggled, I struck them down. My dark goddess, I am yours. Okay, not a very inspirational, not a very inspirational piece, that one. What about this metal door? Nope, that one's still locked.
My faith protects me.
Alright, can you...
Pop you open, shall we?
Can you pop that open, Shadowheart? Difficulty class of 30. Yeah, that's... Unfortunately, yeah, even with a... Like, we need a natural 20 to do this. Oh.
Salutations.
Let's see. Spellbook. We need knock. Knock is what we need. So... Yeah, we're just gonna do that so that we can get knock.
Let's get going.
Carla is inspired. Okay. Enter a restricted area in Moonrise Towers from the outside. Okay. We could have probably... Yeah, we literally just opened the door here. But, hey, we got an inspiration from it, I guess. Woo! Wicker chest. At the camp. Pick up. At the camp. Cool.
Very well.
Anything else? Invasion bounce. Okay. I assume this is,
What's that?
What's that, I wonder? Elder Brain Domination. What an interesting... we'll take the silver cake stand. Oh. I cannot reach the portrait of Trademaster, unfortunately. So what was this book that we just picked up? Here we are. Elder Brain Domination. Let's read it. Confidential. Dictated to scribe Yanthus by General Ketherick. Young Gortash's plan to enslave an illicit Elder Brain and make it our marionette under control of the Crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Baalist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. Yeah. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstones. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly, all 3 Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader. me by preference, but not until after all the stakeholders have made their essential contribution. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphosize into something new and more difficult to control, which is a valid concern by all means. If he is right, the need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent. Even more so in that Enver Gortash, at least, must be thinking the same way. Yep, that seems entirely reasonable. No, yes, I'm fully aware of the fact that gnolls are not are definitely not known for being great chefs, I guess, or the most hygienic. But you know, it's still probably better than an ogre, I'll be honest. Cloak of Elemental Absorption. Absorb elemental damage once per short rest. Take half damage from the next elemental attack targeting you, and deal an additional 1d6 of that element type on your next attack. Okay, did Carla actually have... I think Carla actually has a... Carla does not have one. But she's also kind of just... Like that, like... Cloak is nice. Cloak is definitely nice. Oh, letter to Ketheric. Let's read it. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave our little girl. But I'm not writing to lament our lot. It's ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we both dreamt of. I go to my reward, and leave quite a task to you yet, my heart. The loon's light shines bright in our little one, but she will need a guide to keep on her path. I have no doubt that she will keep you on yours. It is the same path, Our Lady's path, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Only not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. Oh, I love you. Forever. Melodia. Oh, Melodia.
Ketheric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
And Ketheric Thorm definitely loved her very much as well, but
one with the weed.
Right, I think it was... Did we give it to... Yes, we get... Right. Yeah, you're definitely keeping that one. So do we give the cape on over to Gale, I wonder? I think we do. Because, like, Gale having some extra protection against, like, sudden onset of elemental damage seems, I think... Seems like a good choice, so he can get that particular cape.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Alive.
What path lies before me?
Right, invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. Map of Baldur's Gate depicting Upper City, Lower City, and Outer City as far as Worm's Crossing, as well as Grey Harbor and the near course of the Chionthar. Yep. We're picking that up. Oh, there's a missive from Gortash. Given what we know from our research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. The power that artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls into the hands of enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring down all our plans and schemes. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy in my mind about that fact. Find the artifact. Employ rigorous means. Do not fail. Well, unfortunately for Ketheric Thorm, I think, he quite did fail. A rich and fertile land. This ancient map depicts the area surrounding Moonrise Towers in detail, depicting a profusion of local fauna, deer, rabbits, and black bears, and flora, with special emphasis placed on areas for prolific foraging. Okay. I don't know why, and I can't even pick it up, I guess. Fair enough. Invasion plans for the Sword Coast. The entire Sword Coast. Oh, there's even Eldergard. Okay, map of the Sword Coast from the Sea of Moving Ice down to the north includes several of the nearer archipelagos in the Sea of Sword. Red Arrow stretches out from the east and branches into numerous small arrows, fanning out across the land to signify the Absolute's planned conquest. Okay. Salmon? It just says potion. It's not a potion bottle, it is just a potion. Map of Eldergard, centering on the city of Elturel and showing the nearby towns of Triel, Scornubel, and Bare Dusk. A series of concentric lines surround the city with all avenues of escape. Lines for a siege. And they could really not, like, they really don't need a siege after what they've just been through. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine and have no doubt that all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life, awaits. That's... like... Ketheric Thorm seems to not have a lot of... like, he doesn't really seem to have a lot of care for the other members of his household. Like I don't think I've found any sort of attracting drow exiles. I feel that that's attracting drow exiles to the cause of the Absolute. Dictated to Scribe Yenthis by General Ketheric. Sweeping up individual drow renegades is not giving us the cadre of Lolth-trained veterans I want for our staff and officer corps. We must be more ambitious. Agent Gilvre, True Soul 113, will be commanded to infiltrate Menza Baranzan itself. Oh my goodness. That's gonna go so well. Ideally, House Bandre, ostensibly to proselytize on the behalf of the Divine Absolute. I think Gilvre will be convincing in this role. I think that's not gonna go very well for him, but... this intrusion will excite outrage among the Bandre matrons, who can be counted upon to send a warband to exterminate whoever was so rash as to promote anti-Lolth apostasy in their home. Yep, Gilvre will have left a clear trail back here to Moonrise Towers, where the warband will find not a circle of ragtag heretics, but an army in the making. I will parley with the drow leader, but as we negotiate, her warband will be ambushed, and every drow warrior we capture will be tadpoled. This accomplished, the warband leader will meet the same fate, and thus we shall acquire our cadre of hardened Underdark warriors. And all it will cost us is the life of loyal agent Gilvre, but he is, truth be told, a tedious enthusiast, and I will not miss him. Yeah, spoken like a true general there, Ketheric, but on the flip side of it, it seems a little, like, I'll be honest, that seems to underestimate the drow. Like, drow are pretty much like the masters of the ambush, so ambushing them seems like an ambitious plan of action, if nothing else. Most of the text has been scored away by time, but remains appears to be some form of ritual incantation. Your white ribs, the pillars, your bleached skull, the dome, take on Apostle's final form, cathedral wrought of blessed bone.
Ketheric's been studying something called the Apostle, but of which god?
Yeah, I wish that, like, that particular line of dialogue, like, oh, you've already defeated Ketheric Thorm by the time you get here. It seems like we kind of know which god. Suelto's Ethics of War. The Ethic of War by Christina Suelto. My colleague Amaps proposes fair rules of engagement in times of war, and forgiveness upon victory. Are we to spare our enemies then, once they have fallen to our might? Are we to put all hatred behind us when surrender is offered? Indeed not. For what shall we do once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war and count the lives snuffed out by our own magnanimity. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. Yeah, that's a very different take to a certain calling him a philosopher seems a little maybe grandiose, but technically he is. There's a certain Art of War author who would heavily disagree with that particular take on what you should do when it comes to war, but right. And this is, I guess. Ooh. Anything of interest?
Come out, little mimic.
Oh, that's a mimic. Yep, fair enough. This shouldn't be too much of an issue. What do you mean not enough? Oh, she swung, but I just didn't see the swing, I guess. Cool.
My faith will protect me.
So you have an action. Oh, divine intervention has been added as an action there. Okay, seems reasonable, you know. God, I wish. Wish I could. Yeah, why not? I'll just. Well, Sacred Flame. Call it a day. Let's get a Sentinel hit in there. Then. Swing. Swing. Blunt end. Okay. Alright.
Death is but a word away.
He has 1 hit point. Guys.
Dance macabre.
Still breathing.
Anything interesting in there? Stained letter. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins and picture myself an enormous, opaque, a silvery shield surrounding you, protecting you. I knew somehow, deep within myself, that no harm could ever befall you, because I would not let it. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter, I'm always around you. I'm always with you. And the Moon Maiden will never allow you to bear a burden you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death. Mama. Yep. At the camp. I'll take those to be sold. So this is Isabel's room, I think.
Melodia Thorn, loving mother, beloved wife. Her light will never be forgotten.
Nope. This was apparently Melodious, Loon's devotee. This diary records the... Yeah, I believe we have this exact book already in hand. What do you mean can't reach it? It is literally right there. And I can't get on top of it. Okay. Weird. Can we get the portrait of the Trade Master then? Yeah. We'll get the Autumn Protus. These... Where is this going? Is this... Okay, that's more than a little... Why is there just a throne here? Why is there a throne? Alright, heavy chest. Gale, did you... Why did you run through the holy fire, Gale? Like, was that really a good idea? Yeah, no, I would call him maybe... I mean, obviously not fatally underestimating the Drow, because, like, when he was making that particular plan, he was still effectively immortal, and then he was unimmortaled and then murdered or put down by us, so... But yeah, no, like, of all the Aspen Lamentation, like, yeah, so it is just, like, of all the things that one could do, sending, like, needlessly antagonizing, right. Right, this is the one mentioned. A scorched book, its base singed and tattered. Though its contents have been rendered illegible by some unknown phenomenon, it is still possible to make out the dedication. To those who doubted me, may the storm claim your final breaths and the earth reject your rest. Okay. Sure. Right. Might as well save this here. I have a feeling that, like, we saw the protruding books and we know that this place is somehow trapped. Also, there's, like, these weird protrusions along the ground here, and there's a dead human spellcaster. I have a feeling that just touching that protruding brook, like any of these, will just, recipe for drought poison. Right, I think we've already read this one. Yeah, I believe we have, so we're just gonna send that to camp. So, touching any of the protruding books, I think, instead of the rows of books, will just get you, I don't know, impaled from the ground by spikes, I think. Like, that would be my assumption. Bestow Curse, and Cloud Kill. Nice. And then we have rows of books over here. Potion of Healing recipe. I have a feeling that we have... Yeah, we have definitely read this one as well, so sent to camp to be sold. I think that was all that can be found here. And then we have all of the other stuff that we haven't... that we saw but didn't touch the last time we were here. So, there's goblins, Maglubiate Gambit. Okay. Goblin troops, though crude and a bit dim, are valuable because they are adaptable and can be fitted into a number of different military roles, excelling as archery skirmishers and war cavalry scouts. If rigorously drilled, some can function as disciplined phalanxes armed with half-pikes, and even the ones who can't be trained to march in step can serve as prime catapult fodder. The key to recruiting a tribe of goblins is their profound respect for their priests who lead the tribe members in the worship of all-conquering Maglubiate. Therefore, let the high priests of the 7 tribes of the southwest Sword Coast be invited to a grand council, a feast where they will be well-fed, well-flattered, and well-lubricated with jugs of Blanc laced with a mild paralytic. The priests will awaken with new guests in their crania and be led into docile devotion to a new and greater god than Maglubiate, the Absolute. And trust me, where the priests go, their warriors will follow. Except that there was one priest of Maglubiate that was in the goblin camp. He was imprisoned and wasn't killed for some reason. Like, he was just, like, by himself in that, like, hanging... sort of cell. So I assume he wasn't, telescope. What do we see from the telescope?
Spy with my little eye. Yeah. Nothing of note, really.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, I'll be... Herb Hanger, okay. I'll be honest, Ketheric Thorm clearly loved both his wife and his daughter very, very much. But he just apparently couldn't live with the fact that, like, as the, right, pal. Oh. Let's actually read his personal notes. Install a drain beneath library's conventional medicines. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones and it will rust the spikes. Yep. Disregard. The smell gives me sweet dreams. Okay. Good on you, Balthazar, I guess. Right. And the camp. Yeah. Purple fluoride shard. A heavy chest. Do we have a key for this? We do not have a key for that. Alright.
My faith will guide me.
Shadow Heart. There are a couple of other places where we need to go, which had well, there. Oh, that's impressively bad. So with a DC of 14, we didn't get it, but we have like loads of thieves tools, so shouldn't be a problem, and that the minimum succeeds.
These things have stayed interesting.
Right, Derivation Cloak. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4 hit points. Right, so it means the poisoned condition rather than just dealing poison damage. I think we're probably just going to... Yeah, I think we're just going to, like, we're going to sell that one. Like, nobody here really... There's a clasp book. I have a feeling that that's also trapped, but... That's empty. That row of books is empty. 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 Alright, clasp book. There's a log on the work of one of Balthazar necromancers, Cressa Bone Daughter. Okay, she's the one we killed inside the colony. Dated 210. After the state the fallen one was in, I never expected Cressa would be able to save it. I was hoping the usurped thing would die. That's what it would have wanted. It's not as if Cressa studying it is going to prove much. It was damaged in the attack far beyond what the mere tadpole could do. She seems fond of the foul creature. Let her play with it. Another entry seems to be written into this log, dated a 10-day later. I should not have, in hindsight, let Cressa keep her pet. Ever since it was shipped onto one of the nautiloids to be deployed, she has been inconsolable. It won't survive out there. It needs me. It isn't like the others. The feral thing will make a fine warrior for the Absolute, and now my best assistant is distracted thinking about it. Pah. She will come to heal again soon enough. Right. Fair enough. Well, she's now quite dead, and I am honestly surprised. Like, I didn't think that like necromancers would grow like attached to their creations, but it seems that Cressa certainly did. Right. I think we have pretty much have scoured all of these places, I think. Why is there a window? Why is there a window there? Is it just... Why is there a window there when there's no... I'm gonna assume that this lever is just going to, like, open and close this door. Or not? Okay, that lever... Maybe it would have opened the door, but the door is already open, so... I feel like I'm missing something regarding this space here. Because, like, there is no reason for there to be a window here when there is, like, why would they make a window there if there is no actual room beyond it, right? Oh well. Right, I think we've pretty much we pretty much scoured the we've scoured the Moonrise Towers section, I think. We'll go down those routes, see where they lead. But there's a couple of things. There is, for example, in the toll house, there is the. Okay, so this brought us down a level. Huh. Is there? I think this is like. I feel that this is mostly for. Like this is probably mostly made for, you know, if you wanna sneak infiltrate in here. Is what this is for.
That's still the case.
I don't particularly. What do you mean can't get there? Oh, we have to jump. Fair enough. Have to jump. We'll go and check this area out because the suspicious sounds were coming from here. Like we'll see if we can actually like, I don't know, like figure out, like get something out of this.
That's curious.
Okay, there's a cracked wall.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, like, why am I doing Arcana? I guess I'm doing Arcana here. And none of my party members are nearby, so I couldn't even get the... Okay.
You almost catch a glimpse, but the darkness within the wall is too deep.
Would the rest of the party wish to now finally join me? Okay. Gale, can you figure out what's going on with the cracked wall?
Lovely day, this.
Lovely day, is it? Cracked wall.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear
on.
something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living...
This is what you're supposed to be good at. Alright, you beat the DC by just rolling 14. Alright, let's go.
You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Looking ahead.
I wonder what happens if we reach in.
Again, the sickening slither of flesh on stone.
Let's
an arm's length of...
Yeah, let's reach in then.
Your awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
Oh, bully.
What is that?
I mean...
It's a trap!
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now.
Yeah, we're not good at dexterity or sleight of hand, so we're just gonna go full on strength here. We're definitely getting guidance here. With advantage, easy.
With a soft sucking sound, your hand pulls free. The flesh within the wall retreats.
I'll be honest, I think I definitely...
Careful. In future, you can't just stick your hand in every strange hole you come across.
Oh, you'll find that I can.
I have a lot on my mind.
Certainly can. But yeah, okay, interesting. So that would have been that would have been something to find before we went down there and dealt with the whole colony thing. But I don't think, like, I think that's just gonna be, like, that would have just been, like, additional information. Rather than, like, I don't think there were, like, I don't think it would have, like, given us any of, like, oh, well, we need to tell the, nice. At least get a polished ringstone out of it because there's apparently just a dead guy in the rafters here. Hell, that's not even, well, I mean, yeah, there's the acolyte who didn't get knocked down, I guess. This one goes to Shadowheart, and this one's camp, and this one's camp. Then we just go down the long ladder. But yeah, the, I don't think that, like, going over there and, like, figuring out all of that, like, I don't think it would have given us anything in the grand scheme of things. Like, it didn't give us, like, any XP now that we did it. And I don't think, like, it would have given us anything of, like, oh, well, the, like, hold on, by the way. One thing I just realized. There was a drow. Like, a drow alchemist here. And I don't think she got killed. I don't think she got killed, and I don't think she got, on weapon coatings. Group of adventurers approached me, their grins docile and earnest, and they needed my knowledge in alchemy to help them differentiate between weapon coatings. They claimed to be giant hunters. Taking pity on these well-meaning morons, I explained this section of the page has been ruined beyond salvage. Annotated in the margin, someone has thoughtfully made the following notes. Poisons. Poison the target and sometimes inflict an additional condition. Toxins. Deal damage over time. Oils. These inflict conditions and can harm creatures that are immune to poisons and toxins. When in doubt with alchemy, just recall that... Yeah. That felt good. I've really come to loathe that bastardly rhyme of mine. I'll leave it untouched in previous chapters, but from now on I'm having a bit of fun with it.
Thanks for watching out. Could have tossed me back in the shadows.
Alright. Sure, we'll pick that up. The Blood War. If ever there was a conflict in the planes of existence, a conflict that swelled up as if filled with pus bursting only to scarify and atrophy and never heal, only swell up and squirt itself out again, a never-ending pus carnival of pain and misery, the Blood War would be that conflict. It raged, and rages still, truth be told, between the demons of the abyss and the fiends of the nine hells. Cunning Yugoloths may play one side against the other, but the conflict would swell and burst and swell again without much coaxing. It is in both sides' nature to fight. Yep, that is very much true. Lawful evil, well, basically, I'm not sure if, like, I'm not really sure how much the devils like the Blood War. Like, some of them certainly do, but, like, I imagine some of them are more like, the Abyss pissed some demons onto my yard again, and now I need to go and do cleanup. So... definitely, probably not like the favorite aspect of all. Ooh, there's a familiar face. Looks like her hunt has ended for now. Sure, we'll drink another. See if she has anything to say.
Quiet, lest I miss its cries for mercy.
Okay. Fair enough. Still on the hunt, I guess. Other than that, I think there's a headless fish. Right. Now the question is, did they get launched the, like, they launched the ships, which means that there should be, oh, that's apparently blockaded. Okay, right, so there should be stuff still at the docks Unless they had, like... Unless they had,
Leave them be.
Fair enough.
unless they had the, like, additional ships coming.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
No. I didn't throw any cargo into the water because, like, I just basically checked the cargo. That's all I did. Yes. I know. That's why I recruited Jaheira.
Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Right. Ooh. Will there be anyone left when we arrive in the city? I will seek more allies in the city. I'll think about it. I will build an army to rival that of the Absolute. And no, we are enough as we are. I am very tempted to will build an army to rival that of the Absolute. But I think I will seek more allies in the city.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Yeah, not at all ominous there, Dream Visitor.
It hasn't been that long.
Like
forever.
Like, good God, do you not, like, you make it easy to be distrustful of you.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Troops ready?
Ready enough?
Gods, I can't wait to be back home.
I am more than, like, I'm definitely more than curious about, like, what kind of effects it would have had on like, the story so far, if I had actually decided to go, like, completely opposite of what I'm doing now, which is, like, consume every last tadpole that we come across. We are, yeah, we're not touching the corpses of the Flaming Fist or the Harpers. Like, they get to be buried with their, or get sent, like, that stuff gets reclaimed, like, sent to their loved ones or something. But yeah, unsurprisingly, the, like, most of the casualties for the good guys were sustained here in forcing entry to the Moonrise Towers itself. Right. Now we just need to... Which way was it to get down into the docks? I don't think it was here, right? Yeah, no, because that just...
Troops ready?
Ready enough?
Gods, I can't wait to be back home.
Right. I think we need to go... Oh, that's right. We need to go down.
Curse this heart of mine.
Oh, Barkus is even... Hey, he says curse this heart of mine, so, like, Barkus is definitely aware of the fact that he's too attached to an asshat like Wulbren. So... Good for him, I guess, in the sense that, like, he's at least acknowledging the fact that, like, he's... But yeah, the heart... Sometimes the heart wants what it wants, and there's not much you can do about it. Camp. Right. I think... Where were the... There they are. There are the stairs downwards. Because I do remember that there was a certain warden who was talking about the fact... Oh. Why are there dead harpers here? Like, who was left to actually fight down here? I mean, I guess... Like, we killed Zelazira and... Maybe they just put down the corpses, like maybe the game just automatically populates the corpses down here? Or maybe they, like, after our prison break, I mean, yeah, it makes sense that, like, after the prison break, they would be alerted to the fact that there's, like, we went through all of their guards down here. We didn't really go around rummaging. I assume that all of these things are just gonna be some water here. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Empty. Empty is another way of putting it. Why are there still, like, tortured screams? We're picking that up. Camp. The other questionnaire. That up. Scroll of false life. Might as well. There's a torture bed. Ooh, there's a scroll of speak with the dead, which is always nice. Scroll of a whole person, which is also nice. And I think that was probably all of the looting to be done here. There's some water there. Right. I wonder why Mole of all people is like what I mean, yeah, I would like she is one of those kind of kids that like wouldn't really sit idly by in after having been taken prisoner. So right, I don't think there's anything of interest. Nothing of real interest, I don't think. Ooh. Well, there's a prisoner's journal here, but that's... You hear things down here. Things from people with nothing left to lose. No more secrets to keep. You hear that Kethric's untouchable, except he isn't, really. That he's got some relic or other in the mausoleum. A link, that's what you hear. And you hear that the link can be severed. You hear things like that. But you mostly hear them from people who are already out of their minds. Yeah, true enough. And surprisingly, it was true. But we long suspected that that was to be the case as well. Right. So that's where we busted things open. Nothing of interest here. I don't think we really looted. Yeah, we didn't loot these guys, so... Bunch of water. There's the zealot. Yep. Then there's a skeleton here. Anything of interest stacked in here? I'm gonna assume not. A rotten banana in a crate. Some sausage. Some other rotten foods. Oh. No. Okay. Alright, and then there's the big one. We did loot the warden, and I think we took the warden's key and all. That. Shadowheart gets those. Shadowheart gets those. This one gets sent to camp. Sent to camp. Sent to camp. Go. Right, we're gonna pick up those because nothing of interest there. Nothing of interest there. We'll take the Forgotten Temple. There's a locked wooden chest. Do we have a key for this? Yes, we do. We'll take all of those. Moonrise Tower prisoner log. Don't think. List of prisoners who have passed through the dungeons of Moonrise Towers. The page opens on the following entry. Fionn Featherlight, transferred to Disciple Balthazar's care. Yusuf Furaha, found dead in cell. Remains sent to kitchen. Anoska Tarasova, swore allegiance to the Absolute, sent for subjugation. Note, Disciple Balthazar's experiments now take priority. All prisoners are to be sent to his lab on his return, including Nimble Panternon, Nickel Zeltron, Wilbram Bongle. Yep, so they were not gonna have a very good time. Picking that up is apparently too much, so add to wares and send to camp. Cool. And then, oh, don't read it, just pick it up. Row of books. I believe that lever is the one that she used to open up all of the prison cells. I think this door. Okay. It goes to. There's a rib cage. This is I assume this is a feeding pit. Oh, either this is a feeding pit or this is something that like this probably ends up in the chamber where we found Chop and like the charnel pit. Like that's what I imagine that is. Which, you know, saying that out loud is I mean, not at all a pleasant thought, but nothing in the box. Not over here. Barrel. Come on. There we go. Is this just like this is just an alternative way to get to up here? Like to the the iron ladder would take us here anyway. Anything of interest? There's a well, we'll investigate that at a later date. So, what do we have here? There's an oil flask. Wolverine's hammer. Chain shirt. I guess we'll, where's the camp? We're probably gonna return that to Wolverine. It is legally his, so wouldn't do to keep it from him. So Carla can hold on to that for now. What else? Insole boots, trap disarming kit. Don't need that. Bedroll, burlap sap. Evidence chest. That is Okay, a pouch. Nothing of interest. Wooden barrel. No. Evidence chest. Yes. Browbeaten circlet. Wearer gains +1 bonus to spell save DC while threatened. Nice, but I think we have better ones on all the ones who would like that. We're just gonna sell that and send to camp. Potentially might give that over to Jahira. Stack of books, anything interesting? No. Wooden chest. Wooden chest. Okay. Gold chalice. Gold ring. Burnished necklace. Why are these invasion plans for Sword Coast like... They're everywhere. Right. Shadowheart.
What are you hiding?
Let's get some lock-picking action, shall we? I wonder, like, I am very curious as to what we can find in the actual vault, because, like, I was expecting that, like, Ketheric Thorm or someone would have, like, actual key to the vault in the toll station, but Oil of Bane, Elixir of Battle Mage's Power, throw that over there. We'll just take the rest of them. And Kirin hair. Okay. Yeah, Kirin are, if I remember correctly, they are they're a celestial and a very sort of like Kirin is very much sort of I think like Asia, not exactly Asian, but like the they definitely have that aesthetic to them. They're like this sort of kind of deer-like celestial, like yeah. So I think that was everything we had to do over here. Now we go down to the docks. The reason that I didn't do this, like, off camera was because, well, there was definitely, like, those chats to be had. But there was also the case of survival. Oh, is this there's a mound? Yeah. Curious that there is a yes. Curious that there is a dirt mound in a locked cell of all places, but I'll take it. All right. Yep. We're taking all of those. Like. Right. And then there was this area here. Like, it seems to be like a rock, not exactly a rock slide? Question mark. Like this wall collapse, maybe? Like, this doesn't seem like a deliberate extension. But this just takes us to these tunnels, which Volbrun and co. Used to escape, right? It looks like our two companions are not capable of making it here, so I didn't have a great amount of, yeah, there's a secret stash over there as a dirt mound, so that's always nice. But we'll search the or explore this area first. Don't think there's too much to explore here still, but But yeah, I'm very curious as to one we can find in the toll house vault, because like the person who was running the toll house didn't. Okay, another dirt mound. Wooden chest. Nice. Nothing. Yep. And a cracked rock that descends somewhere into the. All right. Another inspiration for Carla. Oh, we still have some enemies here to fight them.
What am I to do?
What are you going to do? You are going to do a prayer of healing, first of all.
Don't be shy.
Let's get some more healing into you.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
Some more healing into you. Right.
How much farther can I go? What do I have to lose?
What? No reaction. Right. This is likely to be one of the few combats that we actually get here. So we still have.
You're not gonna like this, mate.
Oh, still have some rages to go. Cool. And then you can run over there. Take a sword out.
Let's end this.
Yes, let us indeed end this. Take another.
Strike true.
Poison. Nice. And then take out your melee equipment.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment indeed. Move up to here. Take out the halberd. That'll be fine. Hook horror. Yes, polearm. That's some impressive reach there. that is oh boy. That's. I didn't expect it to work like that. I'll be honest. Not that I'm complaining. No, absolutely not complaining here. But I definitely didn't expect me to put him to polearm master him all the way over there. I fully agree, Aelin. Kirins are like very cool. One of the things that I think makes them like really cool is the fact that like they're so different, like aesthetically, and like I can't really think of another celestial. Oh, and I forgot. I used up the rings property of critical, so I should probably switch that. But oh well. Right. Another poison. What does this do? Call upon your deity in your moment of greatest need. Once they interfere, your deity will never do so in this manner again. Okay, that's. Yeah, that's more than a little more harsh than the regular but divine intervention, but yeah, I'm not surprised that that's how it works.
Comes easy these days.
All right, can we put down that hook horror? Easily, apparently. Another one, and then blunt weapon attack. There we go. All right.
The lance board is set.
Lance board is set.
Striking distance.
Yep, let's get up there. Good hit. I mean, like, yeah, unicorns are cool. But I mean, yeah, it's as you said, everyone knows about unicorns, and it does also come with the fact that like unicorns are kind of like the default. And it's also a little bit maybe questionable as to, okay, why are unicorns celestials of all things?
Let's get on with it.
Why was there a survival roll? Maybe to learn more about Hokorus? Who knows?
Not as bad as it.
That might be worth a look.
Okay. Another dirt mound to be dug up. Fair enough. Come on. Oh, that was definitely worth a look. Camp. And the rest of them.
Never wanted the easy path.
Right, so we're in the oubliette, which is the faceless civilian. It's stealing from a civilian. We're not stealing from a civilian, even though the civilian is quite dead. I wish there was a way to, I don't know, give burial rights to them. Or inform someone to give burial rights to them. But I mean, we're the good guys, so I'm gonna assume that like the Harpers like are gonna take note of that and are gonna do something about it. By the way,
What the hell is this place?
really creepy, by the way. Like the normal colony area already did a good job of being super creepy, and I am honestly quite like I do feel that I'm glad that I didn't come here this way first. Like I've gotten accustomed to it with my exploration of harp-shaped pin. So that's a Harper Ancient who ended up wow, really? It's gonna picking up a harp-shaped pin is going to encumber us. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'll have that. This can get sent to camp. Prisoner's Journal, sent to camp. Moonrise Towers, sent to camp. Sent to camp. Sent to camp. Cool. Shouldn't be encumbered anymore. There's a dead zealot here as well. Huh. Sent to camp. Sent to camp. Camp. But yeah, right, there's a membrane here. Oh, okay. You can steal from a dead goblin. Yeah, we're way less concerned with like goblins aren't civilians, so it's okay to steal from them if they're corpses. Which is a sentence, I guess. Right. So this did actually connect. I mean, I knew that it was going to connect to the colony, but like when I was exploring the colony itself, I did note, I think, of course. Wait a minute. Am I just confused? Right, so we're here, we entered from there. Okay. Well, I was thinking that like, I wonder if we had come down here first, would there have been like a way for us to, I don't know, cause damage to the colony, like, beforehand, but I don't think that is the case. This would have been just another...
What was that place?
Yeah, that... That was not what I was expecting from the exploration of this little nook, like, weird area here. But yeah, I haven't ever used a Kirin, and I haven't ever seen a Kirin in, like, in a game of D&D. So I, like, definitely, like, would like to see one, assuming it made sense. But come on, can you guys not make a simple jump?
Quite ready for you.
Like, you're perfectly capable of jumping, and you have been perfectly capable of jumping before, so...
Slow down.
Okay, there's a bunch of mundane equipment over there. What's in this dirt mound, I wonder? Oh, come on. Come on. More money and more alchemical ingredients. I think we checked these wooden barrels, like, when we were doing the escape. Yeah, and this just ends up here, with there not being anything else. So I think we're just going to pick up all of the mundane equipment here so that we can send them over. So that we can send them over to camp, so that we can sell them once there's time for all of that. Yeah, we got the spear, light crossbow, club. Wait, what? Okay, I decided to, instead of picking them up, normally I accidentally equip them. Great. Let's not. So camp, 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 camp. Right. I think that was about all of the mundane equipment here. Oh, there's still a couple of short bows. Very, very important to do looting properly when you're an adventurer. You never know where you might need money, especially if you have a wizard who needs to scribe their, like, a bunch of spells into their book. Right, but with that, I think... Oh, no, we don't want to create a custom marker, we just want to... So we need to go to the docks. I wish there was, like, there's only, like, the one fast travel point in the Moonrise Towers itself. Like, there's only, I think, like, the Moonrise Tower, like, or the outside of the Moonrise Tower. So, which is a little unfortunate, but, you know. Right, heavy oak doors, here we are. What was the thing? Right, gather your allies. Right, we need to speak to Lorokan because he was looking for the night song. Oh. Right, so... Potions on melon. Right, this is the thing. Zentarium shipping crate.
Tadpole squirms and feels a legion of echoes in response.
Right. I mean, we already know what the seal means. But let's reach out, tadpole to tadpole. We'll add some guidance here. Alright, we rolled a 16. Wonderful.
A pattern of blank minds, newly born. They carry only a bare shred of memory, inherited created from something older.
From the Elder Brain.
Of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above forming only background noise to the dream. Until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
These tadpoles came from beneath the tower. If we use them, we'll deny the cultists of their power.
I don't... If we use them.
The vat is still, placid. The winged serpent of the Zentarim. It seems their pursuit of profit extends even here.
I think we do the only thing that we should.
A parasite. Take it. It might be useful.
So. They should not be left there. I think I wonder. I am going to assume that there was like no there was never any chance of, because like I remember when we came to here, the boats literally just left the like the harbor here, or the docks, I guess. And I have a hard time thinking that there would be a way to catch them, like while they were here at anchor. But yeah, those tadpoles definitely, like, taking them out, or them not, like, them having to be left here when, like, when they got taken over, or we had assaulted the tower is very good for us, because, well, we wouldn't want the cultists to have access to them. That's for certain. Just a wind scroll. But I think with that is pretty much our exploration of the Moonrise Towers complete, I think, because we pretty... there's the heavy chest over there. But I think with this, we're pretty much settled here. But yeah, I wish you luck, Aelin, with your, having your players encounter the, or having an encounter figured out with the Kirin. Hopefully, unlike some of my players, whose first instinct was to attempt to Eldritch Blast a celestial being the first time they met. Hopefully your players react less drastically, or if not, I hope that you also have somebody in the party who knows counter spells and stops the warlock before he can do potentially irreparable damage. Right, but with that, we will be sending these parasites to camp, and right. So we're gonna teleport over here because we are gonna go to the toll house and inspect the vault there. I don't remember, like, I remember that there was somewhere else.
Oh, almost slipped there.
Almost what?
It wouldn't be the first, I'd wager. It's some time since these walkways felt the carpenter's hammer.
Definitely.
You gonna catch me if I eat a brick?
I mean, I
reflexes.
I mean, Gale at least, Oh, okay, so... This one actually required me to just wrench it over. Huh. Wow, 1 gold. Okay, it was a little bit more than 1 gold. I was just like, oh, there's just like 1 gold there. Haha, very funny. But no, that 1 gold was apparently 540. Which is... Alright, fair enough. Right, with this... there's, I think, the safe that we were thinking about, which had a DC 30, is over here, right? Yep, there we are.
Which way to the nearest library?
We're not even gonna attempt it. We're just gonna...
Is that blood?
We are just going to unlock it with a knock. And, somebody died in here.
That might be worth a look.
Okay, what is that? Please read. If you find the safe, I'm inside. Had to shut myself in to avoid the shadows. There's no gold if you're thinking of killing me for it. Geringoth moved it all to her personal coffers, and I'm unarmed anyway. Just let me out when the shadows are gone, and I'll find a way to repay you. I've only got 3 candles with me, so hurry. The combination to unlock the safe has been written in big, bold handwriting. Yeah, okay, like, making that perception check probably would have been pretty useful. Unfortunately, we were, like, way, and I mean way, just not, way late for whoever this one. I can't reach it, really. Am I too large? Is that it? Yeah, apparently I was too large. So, there were some like, he actually had some water. He had some water and camp supplies, but...
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I assume he died of, I assume he died of suffocation, maybe? Right. I'm just thinking, I remember that there was some other DC 30. Right, okay. I think we just need to... There was a chest there that we haven't... We can actually jump that. Apparently. I don't think it'll be any... Yep. Certainly wasn't. I wasn't expecting to be able to jump that, I'll be honest. I figured I'd have to cast flight spell, but alright. Great Axe +1. Scroll of Color Spray. Blue Knight Prayer Book. Pretty sure we already have a Blue Knight Prayer Book.
You shall find
no, damn it. No, don't come down, please. Please don't. Can you cast Knock on... No, you can't. So we will have to fly. Thankfully, we have a scroll of fly here.
Certainly.
Please, come on. Cannot find a path. How can you not find a path? Is Carla too much in the way? Carla is probably too much in the way.
I could go for a good meal.
Never a dull moment.
I mean, I doubt that there's
not
anything
around, so might as well.
too important in there. Also, probably should have just used the spell slot rather than a scroll, but hey ho. There we go.
Still breathing.
What's in the heavy chest? Fire Heart. Whenever you take fire damage dealt by another creature, you gain 2 turns of heat. Okay, cool. Probably gonna get sold. Alright.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Rest for the wicked, indeed. You can just fly off.
These things have stayed interesting. Light on my feet.
Impressive.
Looking ahead.
Right, let's get... Right.
No time to rest.
I cannot think of where the DC 30 where that DC 30 safe or check was, and I think with that we are done. And I think we're going to be on our way to Baldur's Gate at last. This was a very interesting act.
I hope I can say the same of myself soon enough.
Agreed, Shadowheart. Now, before we go, we are gonna have a little bit of a chit chat here. See
You wanted something?
See if anything.
I'm sorry.
Right. She's still feeling a little mopey, which is understandable. Carla?
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful.
As to answer your question there, Aelin, I mean, one could have certainly suspected that it was a Celestial, considering it was a diva who was not at all like they weren't disguised, and they were radiating holy light they were literally just they had feathered wings and this grayish skin tone, and they were quite big, and they were wearing this sort of Greco-Roman toga kind of outfit. So one could have certainly inferred that they were a diva, but the warlock in question was very much laser first, laser second, and maybe axe them and then maybe ask a question. Type of warlock. So even if they had known that whatever they were firing off at was a Celestial, I don't think it would have stopped them. But yes, thankfully there was a thankfully he was not alone. He was with the party wizard at the time. And the party wizard was quick on his reaction to immediately counterspell the Eldritch Blast. But, returning to the game at hand, Carla, tell me more about your relationship with Gortash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him. Trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Yeah. Bane's followers are not known for their ability to be loyal. Which is very, very unfortunate for Carla. Gale, anything you wish to add?
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Agreed. Fight is not yet done. We're definitely making a difference to several people.
The Absolute's armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Baldur's Gate is indeed their target. And we are off to save it. We are going to save the game here. I don't think... I mean... I think we've already completed it, but for some reason this isn't complete. I mean, it makes sense that this is still Daughter of Darkness, Fairy Friend, Blade of the Frontiers, the Grand Duke, yep, Githyanki Warrior, Eye Harper, Pale Elf, Wizard of Waterdeep. Right, Worm's Crossing is probably the next place that where we're going to go. And if I remember correctly, Worm's Crossing is like it is outside of the city proper in Baldur's Gate. But we'll have to remember that we actually are holding on to a spirit inside an amulet, and we will attempt to find the granddaughter of the spirit. We have freed the artist. We need to rescue the Grand Duke. Help Githrak Boss. We've discovered all 3 books in the series. I have a sneaking suspicion that Prince Orpheus is the person who we didn't get to see when we entered the prism. We are not harvesting a parasite's memory, so we're not embracing our potential. And we need to get Gortash and an Orange Netherstone, and all of the other ones seem to be complete. So I don't think there's anything that remains for us here, so we're off to Baldur's Gate. Whatever that entails. Right, unsurprisingly, we have a long rest ahead of us. Will has something to talk about, quite likely his father and the fact that he's now tadpoled. Anyone else have anything in particular to say? We do want to talk to Jaheira, certainly. Nobody seems to be over there. Maybe we should talk to Volo, see what he has to say. But we'll start going around slowly. So, Lae'zel, anything?
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Yep. Alright, no further counsel from her. We have... Come on, Scratch. Hey, boy.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Let's pet him. Every time. Always pet the dog when you are able to. Asterion, anything from you?
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker in, historically.
Yeah, makes sense. But nothing else from you? Gale, anything in particular?
How can I help?
Nope, nothing in particular from him. I'm still affected by the potion elixir of the Colossus, which makes this like I'm just very big. So oh yeah, we have our esteemed guests over here. Let's talk to Volo. Maybe he has something interesting to say.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
You know, Volo, maybe, like, we have yet to find, like, any real answers to the parasite, and maybe Volo actually can help. You know, I was hoping...
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Like... I was honestly hoping that maybe someone had, you know, like maybe we could find some kind of a way to remove the parasite somewhere along the way, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I think we're gonna give Volo a chance. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
That's rather get a second opinion?
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Okay, I was hoping that maybe Halsin would be like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" But but no. Okay, here goes.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Do you have the faintest idea of what you're doing?
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings
We're too deep in this now. Like, we've already lost the eye, probably.
Don't move.
I just hope he doesn't kill me.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then... tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. Feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
Okay, I'm not dead.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
I can't seem to see through one of my eyes.
Yes, quite. But there is some mild trauma. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do.
Did he?
Take this.
Did he
A relic to that old jelly
just say?
Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
He... What? What? He... What? I can permanently see invisibility now. But did he just... He said he felt slightly responsible. Slightly responsible. Oh, I'm not sure I'm gonna rescue him the next time I play this game. Oh, yeah, yeah. I apparently now have blue glowing eyes, and I can permanently see invisibility. I'll be honest, I will not ever admit this to Volo. But I will never admit this to Volo, but I'll be honest, looks pretty cool. Like, as a righteous paladin having like light blue glowing eyes seems like a pretty baller thing to have. But yes, you are correct, Pitpad. That was the word he used rather than the one that I used, but I feel that they are synonymous enough. But thank you for being technically correct. I'm not sure I get to join that club because this was not klutziness. This was, like, this was a deliberate choice. Did Volo just, like, did he honestly just completely and utterly just piss off? Like, he said ta. Is he just gone? Right, let's talk to Dame Aylin and Isabel then.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
If she wants me there, we will be there. We shall open our minds to that sensation.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
Father, probably. Never was a wolf.
Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
They're being kept as Sharite prisoners? Also, it did really seem like he died. So we have 4 options here. I'll help. Perhaps this isn't a good idea. We've got other concerns. Does this mean you're a Selûnite? But considering who we are, there's only really one option here. I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The Spear of Night. I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shar's umbral domain. Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
I do like her armor, like, a lot. Like definitely a lot. One thing that I'm kind of curious about is, like, she's an Aasimar, and she, like, apparently, like, she was described as an Aasimar, but her wings seem to be both permanent and physical, rather than what they're normally. Right. Is the weapon any good? Saloon Spear of Night. Gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. Dark vision up to 12. +3 weapon enchantment. Moonbeam. Level 3 evocation spell. Moon Mote. What is a Moon Mote? Illuminate the area around you with wisps of moonish light that make movement difficult for enemies and bolster your allies' damage. Okay. At the start of their turn, each hostile creature within the light must succeed a wisdom saving throw, or they must treat the lighted area as difficult terrain. Each ally within the light deals an additional 1 to 4 radiant damage on a hit on melee attacks. 10 turns, requires concentration, comes back on a long rest. Yeah, that's a good one. Is it as good as the Blood of Lathander? We definitely send that over to Shadowheart because, well, she's the one who's going to be using that. Right. I don't think they'll have anything more to say.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation.
Or they do.
Come closer.
I mean, stay back, ready to defend yourself. Yeah, I mean, if I was super paranoid, but, step closer.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorn, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last.
Okay, why did it bounce over to...
My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
I'd have taken gold over a prayer. Where's the silver light? The moon magic. Couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
There's still a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Also, thank you, Aelin, for noting that my angry face was still on. Though there's still this sort of deep, simmering anger at Volo's incompetence. Are you really Selûne's daughter? Like, that's the thing. Is that, like, one, Aasimar are generally not the children of gods. They're children of celestials. Which, I mean, I guess gods technically are, so could be the case. But, like, there is an Empyrean, I believe is what they are called. Which is, like, an actual monster stat block. That is a direct descendant of a god. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory?
Not really.
There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three? Well, I mean, I would imagine she already is gonna be the answer.
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
You know, Dame Aelin, I prefer the Aelin in my chat because you're actually pretty annoying, I'll be honest. How did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorn, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorn never did trust me. even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Yeah, I mean, that definitely takes a, like, her mental has been taken a toll, which is understandable. Like a century of getting killed and reborn and killed and reborn, and knowing that you are the reason that like Ketheric Thorm cannot be permanently put down. So Balthazar and Shar corrupted Ketheric Thorm from the worship of the Moon Maiden and like into imprisoning her in the Shadowfell. And then Balthazar probably then corrupted him into worship of Merkel, which is... So, first he was a Selûnite, then he became a Sharite to basically try to remove the grief and pain that he felt like by forgetting it with the power of Shar. And after that, he because I remember that we picked up his journals like in the mausoleum. He still felt it. He still felt the pain. The memory still etched at his, like, gnawed at his mind. Which is why he abandoned Shar to go for Merkel so that he could bring his daughter back to life. Let's talk to Isabel. See what she has to say.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become by killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
You're not free, in a way. Because now you're responsible for the holdings of the family. I feel there's a great deal you haven't told me.
Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
No. No, but it sounds like you do. Now the reasoning, I do also like that there's literally just leave. Just like, alright, this has gotten, like, there's too much syrup. This is too syrupy. I'm gonna, before you gush about your girlfriend, I'm just gonna turn around and go do something else. The reason that to believe in love at first sight is there's like the way I sort of figure it is, you can definitely feel attraction at first sight. Like that's not at all uncommon or bad or whatever. But love comes from a deeper understanding of someone's character. And that cannot be, like, there is, well, perhaps Faerun is different in that, you know, with you know, gods and magic and all of that, the fantasy universe. But, yeah, so, no, but it sounds like you do.
Guilty. The moment I looked at Aelin, I just knew I had to be with her. I was hers. That was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
Did he shout, boo? It become the chosen of Merkel.
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now, said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak, could only run. I found last light within the shadows, made a shelter there, prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them, and myself, no matter what.
So you lied about who you were. That's the thing. You weren't protecting them by telling them, like, not telling them who you are. You were putting them in greater danger. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, you knew that you were, like, extremely important to your father. She had to know that she was extremely important to her father. And that he would not stop looking for her. So she lied. Maybe it felt better to, like, she probably did it, like, I can understand that she did it to protect herself, at least in the initial moments of shock, in that, like, that her father had turned into a monster, and he had turned, like, she probably feels more than a little bit guilty that, like, that her father turned into a monster because she died. She feels personally responsible, at least in part, I feel, that her father turned into a monster just to bring her back. But she is, I feel, like, still lying to herself if she thinks that she protected them by lying to them about who she was. Like, had she told, Jaheira specifically, like, was there the first time they fought, like, she was there the first time they fought Ketheric Thorm. She is, like, a high harper, and harpers are known to be, like, on the side of good, right? Like, they're the antithesis of tyrannical regimes. And she's also, like, been around for a long while. So you'd think that she, like, would have the wisdom and understanding to realize that, like, it's not her fault that, like, what Ketheric Thorm became, and it's not her fault that her father is, like, pursuing her, but she would have needed that information. Like, that would have probably, like, she's not the sort of person, I don't think, who would go about and, like, I don't know, try to dangle her as bait to get her father out to try and, like, deal with him that way. Like, she's not that sort of person, and she would have come to understand that to be the case. So she lied. And she's not entirely honest about her reasoning.
I did. Who would trust the next of kin of Ketheric Thorm? But I have no more secrets. It's all out in the open now, and with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing, rest. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
It's all out in the open, she says, but how would we know if that's true?
With haste.
Let's talk to Halsin. Anything new?
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Daniel.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Perhaps indeed. I wonder if they have anything more to say. I doubt it, but we'll...
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
You have it. How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Much appreciated. You seem to know things about Shadowheart. When will you tell her?
In due time. Mother Selûne will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths should be handled with some decorum.
Anything more from Isabel?
Looking forward to a bit of rest if I'm...
Nope. Alright. We'll leave the 2 of them. We can question them later, probably. Right, so we've gone through. Let's talk to Shadowheart. How are you feeling?
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest.
Right.
I can't remember the...
Nothing new from her. Little disappointing, but I mean, maybe it'll come in time. Carla!
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
I feel that this is like a breakup line here about our relationship. So we're not gonna even investigate that one. Alright. Will, my boy. We need to have a chat.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
And imagine that you weren't bound to a goddamn devil of all things. Right. The Absolute's cult has Ravengard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
True enough. What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
True. Mizora said you can say what led to your pact and exile. It's time I know the whole truth. Okay. Skipped over that one for some reason. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? I wouldn't give up my soul if that's what you're getting at.
It is. And I did.
Noted.
I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
There have been 2 adventure books, I think, with Cult of the Dragon being the main antagonist there. The undead dragon thing, I think, came from Sam Master, if I remember correctly, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But still, Cult of the Dragon, always trouble wherever they happen to pop up. The Cult of the Dragon had infiltrated Baldur's Gate? To what end?
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Allow Will to share his memory with you.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't remember much about Sam Master. I remember reading about him like a fair bit ago, but I do not remember many of the details. But so cultists chanting, Whitehead appeared. Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it? Obviously she doesn't. She wanted to ensnare Will. That was her only... Like, that was her choice. I can't... Like, I honestly don't think we can take a brave choice and a frightening one as an option. Because, like, I get it. He sacrificed his own soul to do what he thought would save the city. Which is, like, the intention there is good. But the real question that one has to ask themselves is 25 nobodies, like, in a field somewhere, summoning the Dragon Queen, like, to the like material plane. That honestly doesn't sound like that was like it doesn't sound plausible. Like, I feel that this is like they were certainly dragon cultists. Like, I don't doubt that. And they were certainly up to no good. I don't doubt that either. The real question here is, would they have actually managed to like destroy Baldur's Gate with whatever they were attempting? And secondly, why did he go alone? Like, of all the I don't care, like, he could have probably, like, easily picked up, like, I don't know, a 10-man retinue of like Flaming Fist, like the most trusted men that he had around. Surely. You took on 25 cultists on your own? I find that hard to believe. I don't. Like, I don't find that hard to believe. Because, like, well, he's here, and Will isn't somebody who, like, he's not a character who lies. Like, he's not somebody I feel that would lie about such things. So... And what about your father, the Grand Duke? I don't see... Like, this seems a little bit of an irrelevant question to ask in this position. So I guess we go with the first one after all. Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
And what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
Oh, we'd only... And again, we can just turn around and leave. I don't... Like, questioning... Like, this is too much questioning. Like, he did... What he did... It was brave, but foolish. So... Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do. But you were an absolute dumbass to do it.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye? In the battle with the Cult of the Dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
Oh, it was brave what you did for the city.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right.
Right. We'll return to this subject later.
I understand.
You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city. I don't think he was.
No, never.
Yeah?
He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
I mean, I I have to agree with Grand Duke Ravengard on this. Like, I've met him with one of my characters before, and I wasn't the biggest of fan. Indeed, I challenged him to a duel and then beat him to a pulp and spat on his unconscious form. Because he was being a petty tyrant. I suppose I can't blame him. For all he knew, you'd sprout horns any second. If I were your father, I'd have killed you on the spot. He did you a favor by exiling you. That's a little harsh. Like, if we were an Oathbreaker or a Conquest Paladin, that would probably be the... But let's be sympathetic. Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Yeah. Right. I wonder if Carla has anything...
What's on your mind?
Nope. Okay. Right. Now, with that in hand, I think we have pretty much covered all of the... no, we haven't. Good gods. I almost completely and utterly forgot that there's a new arrival at camp that isn't those two lovers over there. We still have Jaheira to talk to, as well as potentially Withers. We'll talk to Withers.
Fate spins along as it should.
Okay.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a...
No. Alright. Anything from Arabella? I assume not.
If Bowman says I'll be alright, I wish it was different. I wish Mum and Pops was here.
You've been so strong. They'd be so proud of you.
I don't feel so strong. Or anything, really. Just tired.
Poor kid. Alright, Jaheira.
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Okay, literally doesn't have anything... Okay. Unsurprising. More than a little bit surprising. There's an empty tent here. Wonder why. Oh, I think with that, magic mirror is over here, and I don't think there's... Yeah, there's this nice, cozy little thing. I wonder, I don't think if I go for this bed, will it start a long rest, or... No, it's just... Make me awkwardly just you know, because I'm large, just awkwardly be sprawled there, I guess. But I think with that, this was a bit of a this was a very tame session as things go, and but we'll be on our way, and I suppose we'll come to the outskirts of Baldur's Gate the next time after we finish this long rest. And hopefully you've enjoyed watching, and hopefully you'll be there for the next stream as well. So thank you, everybody, and or should I say, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time it might be for you. Ta-ta.